Hey guys, welcome back. As always, I'm going to start off this video with a flip through of the previous month so that you can see how everything turned out. If you're curious about the notebooks that I'm using, I do have a tutorial on how I made the notebooks and the covers from scratch, and I will link that in the description below. Anyways, you'll probably notice that I only have one weekly spread in here. The reason is because it was quite a hectic month and I just couldn't be bothered to set up my weeklies. So I used what I like to call the dark side of my planner, which is this notebook at the back. This is where I do not care about what anything looks like, obviously. So I have a lot of to-do lists and notes and whatever else. Honestly, it's falling apart, but it's just great to have when I need to get things done then and there. So yeah, guys, that is the skeleton in my closet. You know, I do enjoy my monthly spreads to be clean and organized because I use them continuously throughout the month. But when I need something quick, I just use this notebook. Anyways, let's move on to setting up for April. So for the cover page, I'm going to be doing some cherry blossoms, and you can start off by sketching a simple 5-petal flower shape. Then I'm going in with my Crayola marker, and you can see that I'm not going for a perfect look here. I'm just going over some areas multiple times to give the flowers more depth. Then I'm loosely outlining the petals with my fineliner, and again, you do not have to be precise with this. There are so many different ways that you can draw cherry blossoms, and you can make them as simple or as intricate as you'd like, and they still look beautiful. Anyways, there's kind of a special reason why I chose the theme that I did. So I posted my very first YouTube video exactly 1 year ago today, and by the way, thank you so much for being here. It's a huge milestone for me, and so I thought I would do something more special and kind of recreate the most popular theme on my channel so far, which were the cherry blossoms that I did in May last year. I did a quick giveaway here on YouTube where I told you guys to guess the theme, and quite a lot of you got it right, so I will pick a winner soon and you will get some bullet journaling supplies from me. I think it would be fun to make that a monthly thing. What do you guys think? Let me know. Moving on to the monthly calendar, and for this one I'm starting off with drawing the boxes for each day. I am missing the first and last day of April because they just didn't fit within the layout, and whenever that happens I just transfer those days in the previous or next month. Then at the top left corner, I drew some cherry blossom branches because I thought the spread was missing a little something. But that's it for decoration. I'm just going to finish off with a border and the spread is complete. The next spread is my master to-do list, which I'm going to split up into a personal and a business page. And this also doubles as kind of a brain dump, and I rely so much on it during the month because whenever I get an idea of things that I need to do, I write it down here to make sure that I don't forget. So it's very simple now that it's not filled in yet, but it's very functional for me. Something new that I added this month is a goals page, and I'm starting off by drawing a border and then the title at the top. I want to keep this simple in the sense that I only want to write down about 5 goals, and then at the end of the month I'm going to rank my progress on a scale of 1 to 5, and then for the goals that didn't get to 5 stars, I'll just move them to the next month until I accomplish that goal. So I think this is a nice way to be reminded of the things that you want to work on until you accomplish them. Next to it is my habit tracker, and the layout that I've done in March has been my favorite so far, so I'm keeping it for April as well. I love the fact that once it's filled in, you can easily see how well you did on each of the individual habits with this layout. Something new that I would like to try out for my habit trackers in the future is to kind of implement sort of a point system to keep myself accountable. So I've seen some people make like a game out of it, where if you get a certain number of points in your habits, then you level up or you get a reward for yourself or something fun like that. And I think that's such a fun way to keep yourself motivated instead of just filling in the habit trackers without thinking about it. So if you guys have tried that, or if you have any ideas on how to implement it, then I would love to hear them. My expense tracker is the one that's changed the most this month, and that is because I want to track even more things than I had space for in my previous layout. So I get a lot of questions about how I do my budget and about my expense tracker in general. So this first table that I'm working on is split into a column for all of the categories that I want to track my expenses on. So I have things like food, household, essentials, hobbies, transportation, subscriptions, and so on. And then the last column is to write a description where necessary, just to get an idea of what I spent money on specifically. And then on the right page, I did a small table for my budget review. And this one is split into a column for all of my accounts and stuff like that. And then maybe once a week, I just go through all of my accounts and essentially check my budget. And then a new thing that I added is a section for kind of like a recap of the month, where I'm going to write the total amount spent on the different categories, as well as the total for my income. So I think this is quite a comprehensive budget tracker, and I think it's going to work really well for me. Of course, there are no decorations on this page because there was no space, but I also wanted to keep it as clean as possible. The next spread is my super simple checklist for the tasks that I need to do for the YouTube videos. And again, this is a highly functional spread for me, so I do like to keep it very simple. If you want to repurpose this layout for something that's more relevant to you, then you can draw some cherry blossoms on the bottom of the page. I think that would look really cute. Anyways, I am keeping the titles blank because that's where I'll write the title of the video that I'll be working on. I'm actually going to reserve the next spread for a really cool idea that I saw in a Skillshare class called Draw Your Life Intro to Illustrated Journaling. And it teaches you how to record your memories by illustrating them into your journal, even if you don't have any drawing skills. And I just think that would be such a cool way to illustrate what happened that month. So we'll see how it goes. Speaking of Skillshare, I am so excited to get to work with them for this video. They're an online learning community with over 17,000 classes on design, journaling, productivity, and just a ton of other creative skills that I know you guys would love as much as I do. I'm actually also improving my guitar skills through their classes, which is so cool, and I'm also learning how to edit my videos and stuff like that. Just imagine how many skills there are out there that you don't even know you want to try until you stumble upon them. So if you're on the edge whether or not to get a subscription, I really cannot recommend it enough. The annual subscription is only $10 a month, but the first 1,000 people to sign up through the link in the description will get their first 2 months for 99 cents, which is an amazing deal, so make sure you check it out. Alright, so back to the setup. I'm just working on the final pages for the weekly spread, and I did some cherry blossoms at the top, and then I kept the rest of the spread pretty simple. By the way, I used some new fineliners that I got from Jet Pens, and I'm really liking them because they didn't smudge and they're really pigmented, which is awesome. So I'll have everything linked down below. Alright you guys, that brings us to the end of this video and the final flip through. If you do get inspired by these spreads, I would love to see your recreations on Instagram, so please make sure you tag me in your photos. Also, don't forget about checking out the link for Skillshare in the description, and I'll also have links to all of the supplies that I used. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye guys.